Hey everyone, Lauren from A Girl and Her Wool here. Welcome back to my channel. Here on my channel I talk about all things kind of behind the scenes of me running my crafty, knitting related hand-dyed yarn business. And here on the channel I talk about that along with other crafty topics as I come up with them. So today I wanted to talk about a crafty topic. So I'm going to be talking through all of my Make 9 items for 2022. So right off the bat, I want to say that I've never done a Make 9 before. And the way I'm approaching it this year is kind of more goals oriented, more than like specific patterns and projects and things like that. So if you've never done a Make 9 either before, you know, this might be interesting for you to hear, to see how I'm approaching it. And then if you have done a Make 9 before, I'd love to know how it's gone for you in the past. And again, if you never really stuck to the 9 patterns, maybe this is a good idea for you too. So anyway, the reason why I've never done a Make 9 before and why I'm not doing it with specific patterns. So if you don't know what a Make 9 is, people will often do a Make 9, and I think it's specifically because, like, well, maybe it's not specifically because, but one of the reasons maybe is because on Instagram, you know, in the square, they'll post like their almost like Brady Bunch 9 photos of the pictures of the patterns they want to make that year. So I don't know if that's why it's a Make 9 or what, but that is one reason that I think it is. Anyway, so the reason why I've never really done one before myself is because I find that, you know, as the year goes on or as time goes on, whatever it is, sometimes it's hard to, you know, stay motivated to make the projects we wanted to make in January because trends change, or maybe we're really on a sweater kick at the beginning of the year, and come June you're like, I'm over it, I just want to make something that's not a sweater. And so maybe your Make 9 was like all sweaters or big projects because it was like winter and cozy, and now it's summertime. I don't know, but I know for me, when I first like really got into knitting and Ravelry and the knitting community, there was such a like desire to make everything, like everything that would be on the Hot Right Now page of Ravelry, or, you know, a designer that I liked would put all their patterns on sale, so I would buy them all, or, you know, they'd have like if you buy 5 you get like 20% off type of thing. So I would kind of get sucked into those and realize there's no way to make everything we want to make, or things that we really wanted to make. Like when I bought those patterns, it's like, yeah, now I don't know if I'm so interested in it. And so that's why I kind of never made a Make 9, because I like, when I'm casting on a project, to really be thoughtful about it in the moment of like, is this something I want to make, and then is this something I want to have forever, because I hope to have my knits forever because they are very time consuming to make. So I try to be really intentional with what I'm making, and especially when it comes to larger projects or sweaters, to really think like, is this going to get a lot of use? Am I going to wear it? And a lot of that has to do with the yarn you choose to go along with projects. So the Make 9 always seemed like I'd spend a lot of time coming up with specific patterns and projects to then like never follow through. So I do have all that being said of why I've never done a Make 9. I have one this year, but I am very like, there's so many open spaces here, so I have 9 things planned out, but not specifics in any sort of way. So you'll kind of see what I mean. But to kind of show you the blank page here, so this is my craft journal. I have a link to the notebook in my FAQs page, which I link down below. It's a really simple notebook from Amazon. It's just, there's a ton of blank pages, and I'm actually just continuing on from like last year. So anyway, this is my 2022 Make 9 page. This is, the stickers that you see here are from my shop, and this was the exclusive kit for the January club. So it's in the January theme, the fun like hot chocolate, coffee, latte theme. And yeah, so that kit was exclusive to club members only. And I wanted to say one of the reasons why I'm posting this today is because it is the 10th if you're watching this on the day it airs. So today would be the last day to sign up to start receiving the February clubs, and there is an exclusive kit for that as well to put in my notebook, but as you can see I didn't finish it, but it's my go-to pattern. So I'm putting this in the back of my notebook, and the idea is like I can list the patterns by category. So the kit has other sections for it. I don't know. Yeah, here I started it and then didn't follow through. So this is what it is, but you can see I took out the label and some of the stickers below. And then I have these like labels here and the categories, so you can kind of lay out all of that. And I just love that idea. If there's like a sock pattern you love or a baby shower gift that you love, whatever it is. So anyway, that's the exclusive kit for February. These kits don't appear in the shop. You have to be in the club to get them, but it comes for free. So I throw it in with every club member's order. So you get it for free, you don't pay for it or anything. But anyway, so the January club exclusive kit was the Make 9 kit. I did pair this with a decorative sheet. So if you want to make this as I made it, you do need a decorative sheet too. But yeah, so that's kind of that. So if you want to sign up starting with the February club, you can do so down below with the link. Let me go through it now and quickly talk through what each of mine are. Again, some are a little more specific than others, but you'll kind of see what I mean when they're more like goals. Okay. So the first one I have is a Mystery Yarn Club blanket. So if you've been following along, you know I have a Mystery Yarn Club here in my shop. Last year my mom made the Ravent throw, which I think she's like done with it now, and so we'll plan to either record something or at least post photos of it so you guys can all see it. But she made the Ravent throw last year using using 20 gram minis of the main colorway and the contrast colorway, and then I think she connected them all with black hole. I'm pretty sure that's what she did. Anyway, so she worked on that last year, and this year I decided I wanted to do something. I didn't want to do the same thing, and so I'm going to be doing a blanket using my Mystery Yarn Club colorways this year. You can see some kind of open books back here, and I'll talk about it more on Friday's vlog, so you can hear what I'm doing. As of right now, so it's Sunday morning, my hope is today to finalize what I'm doing because I want to show it on Friday's vlog. I'm thinking of kind of like making up my own thing, and you'll kind of hear more on Friday, so stay tuned for that. So I have some kind of books out here to help me figure that out. So that's kind of my first project, is my Mystery Yarn Club blanket. Again, that will be a year-long project using all my Mystery Yarn Club colorways. Project 2 is to do my colors of the month swatches. So if you tuned into my shop update vlog on Friday, you saw that I had all the samples. So for each of the colors of the month, I'm doing a knit sample, which is basically like the cuff of a sock, a leg, and then like another cuff, and then a little crochet sample. So this is my driftwood colorway. This is not one of the colors of the month, but it was right here. And so one of my kind of goals, one of my Make 9 projects, is to just keep doing that all year with all the colors of the month. It's quite a big project having 5 colors of the month, but if the colors start to repeat eventually, then I wouldn't have to do it for all of them. But I definitely want to keep up with that. I like having the swatches. My goal is to incorporate it into like the listing photos so you would see the swatches. For now, you see them all in that vlog. Project 3 and Project 4 are side by side there and completely empty, and that is because I didn't want to spoil anything. So Project 3 is going to be the March into Spring box that I teased in my 2022 goals video a couple weeks back. So if you haven't checked that out, go check that out. I teased a ton of things that are coming up for 2022. So Project 3 is going to involve the March into Spring box, and you guys will hear more about that in late February. And then project 4 will be the project that I kind of teased as something that would come like later in August. So I didn't want to leave the details here. I know what they are, but I didn't want to put anything out there. Sorry about that, my camera was trying to focus on the cat. Okay, so then project 5 will be charity projects. So I talked about this quite a bit, but last year, and I didn't follow through so much. I didn't, to be honest, and I should have started with this at the beginning, but I didn't really knit a ton in 2021. I probably should look back at everything that I knit, because in the end it probably did amount to something, but a lot of it was like for the business, and I don't necessarily know that I enjoyed it all the way. A lot of it felt like obligatory, and one nice thing is that lately I have really been getting back into it and enjoying it. I've always knit a lot of socks, but I think at one point I just kind of like got tired of socks, and I think that that didn't help, because socks are such a great like quick project, quick reward type of thing, and instead I had a lot of bigger projects. I did the slip extravaganza, I did the Amba O'Brien mystery knit along, and so I had a lot of like big projects that I was working on, and I think I just like burned out on it. I talked about this in my 2021 reflections video, but 2021 was like a burnout year, just like everything I got burnt out on, and knitting was one of them. And so now I've had like my end of the year like break and reset, and I'm excited about these things again. So I didn't knit much in 2021, so charity knitting also didn't happen. I've talked about it before, but it's just I'm trying to use leftovers into charity projects. And so I'm thinking what I might do is like devote a day of the week, like how I do Weave It In Wednesdays. I might do like a day that's charity knitting, just to like at least spend a half hour a week on it or something. Like if after work one night all I get is a half hour of knitting time, then like one day a week it'll be that. So that's kind of one of my make 9s. So you can see these are kind of like more goals and less like specific projects. Again, project 3 and project 4 will be specific projects. I'm just not spoiling them. Okay, so project 6 is a brioche shawl. So again, you can see here I have for project 6 brioche shawl, and then I have the empty square next to it. So when I get to it, I will fill that square out with what the pattern is, the yarn is, and all of that. I know I want to make a brioche shawl this year. It's been a while since I did brioche in like a full project, and I really enjoy doing it. I live in the one brioche shawl that I own just because of the extra squishiness and everything that comes with brioche, so I want to do that. But again, when I'm ready to actually cast it on, that's when I'll pick out what pattern I want to do. I'm not going to hold myself to anything right now. So that's a specific project, just didn't pick out the details yet, right? Project 7, which you probably just saw when I held up, is to do my journal updates. I wasn't always the best about it. I would kind of go back and get caught up, but some of them are like very filled out, some of them are not. So I want to make sure I keep up with that. I like filling the journal out. I love everything about it, so I want to just make sure I keep up with it better instead of having to like backtrack and fill everything out. Project 8 is probably one of my favorites on this list. Let me hold it up so you can see. Again, it's gonna look like project 6 in that I wrote it in, but I left the empty block, and that is something spontaneous. So sometimes we're all scrolling through Instagram or watching YouTube or something, and we see something that's like, I have to have that, right? Where I want to make that immediately. And so I'm leaving one project open for something spontaneous where I see it and I have to cast it on immediately and I have to have it. I want to give in to that feeling this year, and so that's what I want to do. I talked about my theme kind of being exploration this year, and this is the project where I'm hoping to kind of like hit on that. Like, so something maybe I wouldn't have picked out on Ravelry myself, like just something like like that, spontaneous, like don't overthink it, just like grab the yarn and go. And then the last project would be to do a sweater. I really like wearing my sweaters, and over the past couple of weeks I've really been thinking about that, just with still being home a lot. I mean, by the time I do a sweater, it'll be next winter. Who knows what next winter will bring. But I'm finding myself just kind of lounging in a lot of the sweaters that I've knit at home, and so I thought it would be nice to have a sweater on the list. I think making a sweater a year would be good. I currently have 2 sweaters on the needle. So one is my All of the Lights cardigan by Joji Locatelli. Making good progress on that. You guys will see that more throughout the month. And then I also have the Pink Fizz by Andrea Mowry on the needles. So my hope is to kind of finish those this winter season, you know, hopefully. And then, so maybe this sweater would be like new for the fall, right? So like for festival season or something. So that's it. That's the Make 9. So we have the Mystery Yarn Club blanket, the Colors of the Month swatches, the March into Spring project, the still not yet announced project in the fall, charity knitting, a brio shawl, to make sure I'm doing my journal updates, something spontaneous and, you know, exciting, and then a sweater. So those are kind of like very general Make 9. Again, all of the boxes are still empty. I have to, you know, of course put in patterns and projects and everything, but I think this will be really fun to fill out throughout the year and not view it as like, you know, a January 1st, here's what I'm gonna make this year, but it's like making sure I'm making throughout the year and tracking it. So I thought that was fun. And then this last section here is honestly just a few lines for notes. So I thought maybe I would use that at the end of the year just to kind of reflect on how it went. So yeah, that is that. And if you're kind of curious, because it is the beginning of the year and setting things up, I also did set up my 2022 trackers in here. So I have my 2022 cast-ons and the finished objects, and then kind of the totals line down here. So as I cast on new things this year, I'll put them on here. I think I cast on the Hermione's Everyday Socks on January 1st, so I'll have to go back and remember that. But otherwise, I've really just been trying to finish up projects from last year. So hopefully this finished object page will start filling up, and then we'll start filling up the cast on page. But yeah. So just wanted to send a reminder that if you are interested in the Craft Journal Sticker Kit Club, it renews today, the 10th, to start with the February stickers. You can kind of see the theme. I'll put up a picture of what the February theme is. And remember, you choose which sheets you receive. So the month sheet, the decorative sheet, the project highlight sheet, or you know, if you want multiples or whatever, however you want to do it. And then with each membership, I throw in the exclusive sheet, so you'll receive that this month as well. So come join us for that. It's a really fun thing. With it being the beginning of the year, you can kind of hop right in. And I do still have all of the 2022 themed kits as well as the January kits, so you could catch up still. It's still early enough in the year. Anyway, that is it for my Make 9. Again, let me know down below if you make a Make 9, and if you don't, what are some of your goals for the year, and or what's just something you're excited about that you're going to be either working on now or soon. I'd love to know what 2022 is going to look like for all of you. So thanks so much for watching. Again, Friday I will be revealing the January Mystery Yarn Club colors. I'll talk more about what I'm doing back here. And yeah, I'll talk to you then. Bye.